Hey folks, it's your buddy Mike Messier doing a little live stream, spontaneous, no pre-advertising for this one. Hope everyone's doing all right out there. I'm going to take a little break from social media. So some of the YouTube, and I want to say very special thanks to everyone. Recently hit the 500 mark and even went over that, 504 subscriptions. I know that my channel is a bit different. I don't usually do graphics, stuff like that, unless you're watching, of course, Mike Messier original short films, even Blood Sugar Sedace, the feature film. Tomorrow night, Friday, we have a special, kind of unpublicized subscriber party watching some old school Mike Messier, Victorious, The Battle for Sanity. And that'll be at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can do the math for your Pacifics, Centrals, and wherever you are in the world. Now, like I said, this is a live stream, and I did want to just say that for those of you that are connected to me through social media, you might have noticed that I've taken a bit of a break. Don't worry, I'm fine. I just kind of put a couple of accounts on pause, which I think is something that these modern times, it's okay to do that. But I didn't want to worry anyone. I do actually, believe it or not, have real life friends, real life family, and some of you subscribers have become like friends and like family. So I want you to know that I'm fine. I just had to take a little break. The world events, as we all saw at the Capitol building yesterday, even I got so angry, it's hard to even comment while still being rational. And you have to really get me angry that I don't want to say something about it. There's plenty of places where you can go see people getting tirades and anger, but I mean, I guess there's one refrain that's going around that people are, well, what about, well, what about, have you ever seen a current in-office president of the United States provoking and encouraging his constituents to destroy the Capitol? Have you ever seen that before? I haven't. So what about that? I guess it's just so disappointing and so disgusting and so abhorrent. But if that's what you're into, I can't help you. If that's what you believe in and whatever, I don't know what we have to say. And it's unfortunate. I do have friends that voted for the current president. I didn't. It's not a condemnation on everybody's soul if you voted for this guy, but if these actions or these moments aren't waking you up, even at the 13th hour, I don't know what I can say that'll change your mind about this guy or whatever. The difference between a protest last summer is a lot of those protests, most of those protests were about people's lives, people's liberties and health and safety being taken away from them because of over violent police. What this was yesterday was about a guy lost an election and can't take losing. So I don't know what else I can say about it that other people haven't figured out or analyzed. Or you can see whoever you want, the late night talk show hosts. That's not what I'm here for, to figure out the world's problems. I'm here to entertain you, here to provoke your thoughts. But I get to a point, folks, where what I'm trying to do with my life, I can't even I can't even deal with being on social media because of the fighting and the ridiculous debates. So what I do sometimes is I take a break from it, and that's what I've done. So that's in case you were wondering, in case you are people that actually are connected with me through those outlets. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I know what to do to preserve myself. I know what to do to take care of myself. I know what to do. And I can even encourage some of you folks that do that as well. If you find yourself getting angry or frustrated or concerned with the state of the world, especially now we're still trying to deal with this goddamn COVID. The numbers are worse in many places. What I guess encourage you to do is keep wearing those masks. Saw big Chuck Zito, Uncle Chuck Zito, is in the hospital apparently. And he's saying, hey, I should have worn a mask, so that's kind of sad to see. So wear your mask, socially distance as much as you can. Don't have any parties you don't need to. The thing with this whole social distancing is, um, or people, everyone wants the other guy to sacrifice. Nobody wants to sacrifice themselves. And even where I'm living right now, I could go to a rock club. I could go to a bar. I could do a lot of things that I'm not doing. I am going out and I am living a life, but I'm trying the best I can to go to public places where there's not a lot of people, if that makes any type of sense, which it does. It's kind of unique to me in my environment where I go to be in public without being around a whole lot of people. But whatever you guys can do and ladies can do to just protect yourself, please do. Another issue, folks, like I said, it's just the emotional health, the mental health, the social health. For me, the social media is such a interesting phenomenon, something that 15 years ago even we weren't thinking about. But now, we went through the whole MySpace days. We got into Facebook, and then everyone else, Instagram, Twitter. To me, sometimes you have to go old school, pick up a book. I had to force myself, everybody, to watch a fucking movie over the last day on my computer. And I had like 2 or 3 sittings between my home TV and the computer just to watch this Hammer horror film from 1963. Really cool film. The old, I think it's called The Old Dark House. And the Flintstones series was actually based on not the whole series, but a special 3-part episode of the Flintstones where Fred is in a haunted house. I think it was based on this movie. So I'm trying to do things that are cultivating my mind and my interests and working towards my writing so I can give you more great scripts. Anyone that knows me, you may not like my wrestling rants, you may not like me, but I think you'd have to admit I'm a fucking good writer, as this world should appreciate a bit more. And I need to cultivate things that are going to make my writing even better. So that's what I'm trying to do now. And who knows, man? Tomorrow I might click that button. Tonight I might click that button to get back on social media. And the point of this video might be moot. But like I said, for those that do connect with me through those things, I might be worried or concerned. Don't be worried or concerned about me. I am fine. I'm doing fine. I just needed a break from the social media world, and when I feel like I want to push that button and go back into those oceans, I will. Feel free to leave a comment, thought. I had some good political debates on here, and I hate to say it, but one of my videos from a couple of months ago, November, I guess, was, will there be another U.S. Civil War after the election? And unfortunately, we had a tinge or a taste of that. We don't want that, folks. Conservatives, left-wingers, liberals, Republicans, Democrats. What I think we really need, folks, is a third party, a strong third party. There are third parties out there, everybody. There are. But I don't even think the system is set up in a way that A, encourages it, or B, allows a third party to win. So that's something for political scientists out there that can comment or think about, or how can we have a third-party system, a 3-party system? And the answer is we already do, in a sense. You can have as many parties as you want, but can these non-Republican, non-Democrat parties have an even chance of winning? And I don't think we're there yet, and I don't think that the parties, the 2-party system right now, they don't want that. They don't want a third party to rise up and to have some sway. The last time that I can remember, you might point to, third-party candidates in 2000 or whatever that took some votes from one candidate or the other. But to me, you'd have to go back to 1992, I guess, and Ross Perot. I think he got a good 20 to 25%, maybe 22% of the popular vote. And Clinton was elected for the first time in 92 without the majority of the popular vote. Anyway, a little history lesson, folks. If you ever get really morbidly bored, look into like old political debates, like presidential debates, even Republican primary debate between Reagan and Bush back in 1980. Now, granted, these two guys started, they ran together after that. But at the time, it was a heated rivalry, I suppose. And but Reagan and Bush, you might like them, you might not, but they conducted themselves like gentlemen. Compare those guys with, the Hillary versus Trump debates, where, the Trump-Biden debate, especially that first one. You can see the difference, just the way the people conduct themselves. Behavior matters, folks, stuff like that. I found myself, just to ramble on a little bit more, I found myself in another wrestling group today, and I was making a point about something. And so, someone kind of wisely pointed out to me, hey, you're starting to sound, like Trump on the opposite side. And I said, well, I don't feel like I am, but maybe the guy has a point. So that's kind of what got me going. And then I checked into Twitter world, and someone had a Twitter account which was like Justice for Johnny Depp. And I'm like, what am I looking at? So that's all this thing with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. And I made a comment on that thread. I said, does anyone realize like how much time and emotion and dedication you're putting into this domestic issue between two people that you don't know? Johnny Depp is not sitting there. Well, I'm glad that the Twitter guy with the Johnny Depp, Justice for Johnny Depp account is upset for me. Or I just didn't get it. I mean, why would someone take time out of their own life to make an account about Johnny Depp and his domestic issues? And I'm not making light of the situation. I'm sure it's very serious, but to me, that's vicarious living at its worst. When you're making an account about a celebrity going through a divorce or accusation, I mean, I don't want to get to that point where people are doing that on behalf of me, and I don't want to do that on behalf of others. If you're ever at a point where you're making a Twitter account with a profile pic of anyone's picture beyond yourself, I think you need help. I mean, I don't think you should ever feel like you should take a famous celebrity photograph or their name and make a Twitter account based on them. I mean, there's one thing, hey, look, I'm wearing an Ultimate Warrior t-shirt right now, but I actually met the guy. And he's deceased. So it's a tribute. But I'm not going to go and make a Twitter account and put somebody else's face on the profile pic of my Twitter account or their name. It's just, to me, that's voyeuristic living. That's fanboy fuckism. So I just refuse to do that. So there you have it, folks. This is Mike Messier. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Have we learned anything? Probably not. But thanks for the 504 subscribers. Feel free to share these videos. I might be still doing videos as I'm doing the break from social media. I might not. But like I said, we have to repair as a country. We have to repair as a world. And I've got to repair, I've got to maintain myself. Let me put it that way. I've got to Mike maintenance, Messier maintenance. Okay, everyone, I'll talk to you soon. I know my buddy Kyle's out there and very anxious to do another video. Like I said, Kyle, mid to late January, buddy. We're not there yet. Got some other stuff in the queue for the Mike Messier. Definitely need some guests for this podcast, Cures Racism. I've reached out to some people, but, they haven't booked. So if you want to be a special guest on this podcast, Cures Racism series, we got 2 in the can. Happy to do more. In the meantime, like and subscribe and share in MikeMessier.com. And Friday night on the Mike Messier YouTube channel, that special video, Victorious, the Battle for Sanity, should be very interesting. Mike Messier. Have a good night, everyone.